So, it's been a few weeks, but let's go ahead and end the Dragonsong War already. Ah, Master Geralt, it is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I believe Master Alphanos wishes to have a word with you. Alright. Welcome. Shall I show you inside the manor? Why, yes, because I want to get this story over with. It's about time, damn time we ended stuff. Silence will find a way. I know we will. Ah, Throat, there you are. Have you a moment? There is something I wish I would fain discuss. I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the peace conference, though I dare say you would sooner forget them. My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd in the guise of Estinien. It was a sight to chill the soul, but one which gave me reason to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you described his fateful transformation at Oz's Law, I feared him lost forever, but the mere fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely count for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support this impression. Thus did I turn to Y'shtola and Krile for more empirical appraisal. And full glad I am that I did, for it would seem that they have some observations of their own to share. The ladies have saved a table for us at the Forgotten Night. Shall we go? Excellent. Let us not keep our honored colleagues waiting. Alright, to the Forgotten Night. The only way I know how. Through the ether shards. I need to go over here. Whee! Ah, there you are.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humors.
Hell yeah!
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinien's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us?
Not really, since that was a few months ago,
You
but
spoke of
okay.
the sudden pangs which racked his body when you took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
I guess, yeah, I'll just
When
nod.
he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
They never said that, Alphino.
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions?
Thank you.
Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else.
Yeah, I know, he had some weird face tattoos.
And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I'd sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean...
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
May not be that easy.
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the Dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinien's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul.
He really
even
likes...
at the risk of mine own.
He really likes Estinien, doesn't he?
Ah, I found you at last.
Oh, hi. You're the smart one of the two, aren't you?
A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this Dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
You don't want me to keep a dagger on him? Oh, hello.
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
Haven't seen you in a while.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon.
Oh, they cleaned it off.
But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg. Death to Nidhogg.
Alright, well, let's talk to Sir Emmerich. So I have a feeling I know what he's going to talk to us about. What news is Sir Emmerich to share with us, I wonder? Alright, so casting... Hailstorm attire of casting. I'll take the gold. Might Sir Emmerich perchance have received word of a Dravanian advance? Or mayhap they have located his that is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear what the Lord Commander has to say. Oh, hold your horses then.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
Probably.
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
So you want us to be on the front lines to kill Nidhogg?
You speak of Hraesvelgr?
Or, you know, him.
I do.
Whatever.
To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal, I do not deny. Nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
Nigh impossible.
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinien's report was most particular about Hraesvelgr's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal. And if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
Well, who am I to say no? If it means I get to
We will, my lord.
put my knives into
Though I fear our
action.
involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then. We will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
Yeah, let us be about it then. Alright. So, what's our plan of action? It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you of all people understand the threat we now face. It is no imposition, Sir Emmerich. To throw nigh Ishgard is as a second home. After the many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of your nation has become our own. If there's aught we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our task, then? Have they no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that time is not our ally. Hold on a sec, I have a piece of dust I need to blow. Okay. Indeed, with that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Tataru that you will be escorting me to Somal. I confess I did not provide the exact details of our destination as they are as yet unknown to me. We will summon Hraesvelgr at Zenith in the Churning Mists ere we begin our ascent. However, I think it best that we pay a visit to Annex Trine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiations. I do. I would consult with Vidofnir. I propose this in part of our concern for her condition. Were she to succumb to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. Well reasoned. To the Dravanian Forelands, then. Also funny of you to assume that I meant, get a piece of dirt above my desk mat, not below it. Makes it sound like a whoopee cushion. Oh. I have to go to a different area. Map. Dravania. Annex Shrine. Let's go. Should be above us. So. On Chocobo we ride! Through a hole in the ceiling. There we go. Oh, you look... well... You doing alright? Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and his companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidofnir. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad I am here to hear that. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, mortal? I was tempered by the fires of battle ere thy great grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace when man and dragon knew such comradeship. Would that our very effort to do so were not undone by ancient rancor. For a truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingereth. That much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for Somal to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly, thou knowst as well as I how he will answer. Hraesvelg, our hearts remain unchanged then. A pity, but if it is folly to hope, then I am content to die a fool. As hath ever been the way of thy kind, go then, but be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidofnir. We shall disturb your rest no longer. Spiced cider, apple strudel. Which one sells for more? I think I'll go for the steak. I don't need food buffs. I've got item level 270 gear. That was a bit long for a load. Ooh, I'm getting some drinks. Though I expected no better answer from Vidofnir, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. 'Twould seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit unwelcome as I had anticipated. But what is the ire of one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alphino. Scout ahead if you wish, Throve. We shall join you outside Mogholm. Or, you know, just teleport ahead of you guys, since that's faster for me, and you guys seem unwilling to use the Ethernet. Or you guys just can't, for some reason. Hello! I'm here. And yet you guys got here before me. There's Zenith. I had heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream one's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. Few live to see such wonders. I am reminded of my first visit to this peak, when Estinien and Ysael yet walked at our side. Hey, it's a Moogle. I want to squeeze your cheeks. Kapopo, is that you, Throat? If it isn't Mog... Don't tell me you've forgotten my name, Kupo, after all we've been through together. But at least you remember me. You do remember me, don't you, Throat? Oh, God. I'm gonna look this up. 'Cause I actually want to get this right. Of course I do, Moghan. Phew, you seemed a bit hesitant for a moment there, but I'm sure you were just fondly recalling the time we camped near Zenith. Right, Kupo? Yeah, right. Slowly closes webpage. But putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to Mogholm, Kupo? Another audience with old Hraesvelgar. Well, I hope you brought the horn, Kupo. With the winds as gentle as they are, a good loud toot should reach the worm's ears as easily enough. That's good to hear, Moghan. Thank you. We'd best press on to Zenith while the winds are in our favor. Bye-bye! Now that was unexpected, Kupo. Chieftain Moglin will want to hear about this. Why would the chieftain want to know? Just because we're here to see Hraesvelgar again and they like to keep track of their friends? Umbral static. It is nighttime in Eorzea, which is why the sky looks kind of neat. Wait a minute. I could have just teleported here. Why that? Why am I dumb? There's my mouse. Wait at the destination. And I'm gonna toot on the horn. And I made the weather foggy. Good job, me. Toot on the horn to call Hraesvelgar. Hello. You dare summon me again, mortals?
Great Hraesvelgar, 'tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hraesvelgar. I am Emeric de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people.
To parley. Thinkest thou thy purpose unclear to me? Thou art come to beg mine aid in the battle against the shade of my brood brother.
foresaw mine intent.
I but read that which is writ plain in thine eyes. Would that thou had wit enough to scry the answer in mine. My beloved Shiva did once build a bridge twixt man and dragon, a bridge which thy treacherous forefather saw fit to tear down, as thou well knowest. Thinkest thou Nidhogg was alone in despairing at the murder of our brood sister? Thinkest thou mine own soul did not cry out for vengeance? Know that then that upon that accursed day, my heart did wither in my breast, and thy kind become unto me the harbingers of despair. 'Tis only Shiva's gentle dream that preventeth me from flying at Nidhogg's shoulder. Be grateful that I swore to abjure aggression ere I consumed her. I permit my children to offer or deny thee aid as they see fit, to warn thy people of my brood brother's coming, that thou wouldst dare ask more of me, but affirmeth thine incurable arrogance.
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope?
Perceivest thou such light in the dusk of mine existence?
I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Rizel upon your back?
Ysayle. Piteous, deluded Ysayle. The child did lament her past sins and sought to balance the scales with her remaining days. 'Twas her unquenchable passion, so alike to that of my beloved, which did spur me unto flight. And for mine own part, I would countenance no longer the hands of evil men to use my brood brother's eye for ill.
So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting. It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Spare me thine idle sophistry. Even were there a mote of truth in thy reasoning, what of it? Wouldst thou have me slay mine own sibling to save a city of mortals?
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the warrior of light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Thou wouldst strike down thy friend, and, by example of thy righteousness, persuade me to break mine oath and kill my kindred? Oh, hi. Again. Heed me, my child. The servants of Hydaelyn envisioned a different outcome. They intend salvation not only for Ishgard, but for the doomed Dragon Slayer as well. Believest thou the shade to be Nidhogg returned? It is not merely a manifestation of his vengeance, the shadow cast by thy brood brother's rage. I would not command thee, but ponder well thy course, lest it lead thee unto greater remorse. While the shade of vengeance remains, the future will ever be uncertain. As well as the fate of my knives be uncertain of whether or not they get to stab the legs of a dragon. Nidhogg's transformation into Rage Incarnate is, in part, my own doing. I rendered unto him mine eye and empowered his revenge thereby. But 'tis the purity of my brood brother's wrath that lendeth him his all-surpassing might. Hast thou the strength of will to stand against a terrible so terrible shadow, I wonder? 'Twould seem I must put thee and thy companions to the proof. I shall await thee in the ruins wherein Ratatoskr once dwelled. Heed well the words of my children, and hasten thee to the place of thy trial. Oh, looks like we've got ourselves a little bit of a trial ahead of us. Again with the Moogle. Well, let's see what he has in store for us. Oh, there's a guy in the cutscene. Okay. I believe I spied a wyvern landing just outside the palace. It is doubtless one of the children of whom Hraesvelgar spoke. Come, my friends, let us not keep our escort waiting. Okay, I'll meet you guys down there. Wee! Ow. My broodmates and I will bear you to the place of your trial. Make your preparations. Sor Kai, now accessible. Alright, we got a dungeon. And now we wait. Hey, look at that. I will go on ahead and pocket this for later then. Ooh, so pretty. Nope, we're all split off. I get the hardest path because it requires 4 people. They get the easier ones because they only need themselves. Alright, let's go on ahead and kick some ass. There we are. Timer a little bit. Wrong one. Oh well, it's dead. Hey, the other DPS is a black mage. Oh, neat. It's adding time to my, Huton meter. Alright, just a couple more seconds. And done. Ooh, better stay over here. I should have put the thing down. Oh god! There we go. That would have been the smart thing to do. It's gonna turn into a... Yep. Oh! The chieftain! Hello? Oh god, not the music! Wrong one. I think I wanted that. There we are. There we are. There we go. Just have to knock them away from those. Oh god, I've got a Vuln stack. Where's my mouse? There we go. Alright, let's take it out, take it out, take it out. Oh, you son of a gun. There we go. Prophet's Ring. Looks like a Moogle palm. Pass on it. we are. Oh, why'd you move him away? God, if only my AoE attacks were slightly stronger, I'd be more inclined to use them a bit more often in AoE groups. There we go. There we go. Ah, poop. Get him, please. Thank you. Wrong one. Back here, please. Thank you. Just wanted to get that one off. Get out of that. Nice. And dead. Berserker Scarf. Nah, I'm good. Whee, boss. Go. Got a Vuln stack on you, I think. Okay, yeah, it's trick attack now. Whoop. It's flying. What do we do? Oh, we just have to go back. Oh, God. Huh, I took no damage from that. What the hell? I think I'll just put this over here. Corner seems like a good spot to put it, away from everything. Over here. All right, Cool. And dead. And more gear! No and no. Let's go. And now to the answer of shame. Ooh, sunset. Let's get an armor crush on there. Hi, Hraesvalgar. Thou hast weathered my trial thus far, but I am not convinced. I will try thy limits. Okay. Keep that timer going. Oh, I don't have this ready yet. Hello and goodbye. Chest. Wrangler's bangles and Wrangler's jacket. Nah. Rolling up. Didn't mean to do that. Whatever. Alright, Blizzard Dragon dead. Onward to the next dragon. Oh. Nidhogg will spare thee no clemency, and thus neither will I. Oh, we're actually facing Hraesvalgar directly. Alright, that's pretty cool looking. Alright, blow me over. Hi. Alright, let's take this guy out. Should be able to stay over here without taking too much damage. Okay, okay. Alright, where are you coming from? There you are. Nope. Let me target him. Thank you. Oh, God. Ice. Ow. Not again. Alright, where are you coming from? Oh, get over here. Ah, I can still be on this platform. Alright, where's my limit break? I did it! I didn't see it on my bar, so I just had to do that real quick. Victory! And you're just flying away. Thank you. Okay, well, I got him. Bye. In hindsight, I'm kind of glad I got the harder path because they probably wouldn't have survived that solo. Even bereft of an eye, my brood brother was a fearsome foe indeed. But having tasted thy strength firsthand, I do begin to see how thou didst bring him slow. Heidelin chooseth her servants well. Very well. I shall trust in the seed of man one last time. By thy deeds shall the flickering hope that lingereth yet within my heart be kindled anew, or extinguished forever. Mm-hmm. So I take it you heard the news?
Your trial is ended as well, then?
Yeah, I was the first here. What took you guys so
Mine
long?
was brutal beyond reckoning. Vedfalnir seems ill-acquainted with the notion of mock battles.
Lol. That you yet stand is ready proof of your determination, mortals. Let us fight as allies then, and together banish my brood brother's vengeful shade. On my oath, on the wrath that once was Nidhogg shall meet its end. This I swear on the memory of my beloved Shiva, and on the soul of lost Ysael. Yay, I convinced them through combat that I am a force to be reckoned with. Oh, Oh, my poor ribs. Hraesvelgar saw fit to pair me with Vidofnir, but her ferocity was such that I began to wonder if I hadn't simply imagined her injury. Yet my trial pales into insignificance next to yours. How fared you in your duel with Hraesvelgar? Oh, there were platforms and gusts and a lot of death and destruction that I had to hop between. So, you know, par for the course. I take from this that your battle was rather more involved than my own. Vidofnir seemed largely concerned with how long he could keep me rolling in the dust. Between dodging snapping fangs and slashing claws, I scarce had time to aim a bow. He had truly meant to harm me, of course. Had he truly meant to harm me, of course, I would not be standing here now. Plainly, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training about the speed of the dragon, his balance, his blind spots. It was, in short, a very thorough lesson. And of course, then there's the, Moogles. Oh, Kupo. Bro, let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with a name more befitting a jester, you fight with the savagery of a rabid demon. I'll take that as a compliment? Do you see how my wings are kinked? Even my paw makes. After this drubbing, I fear my loyal subjects will have to bear the load of my personal chores for quite some time, Kupo. Possibly indefinitely. Or you're just lazy. What? When I told you about Throat's trial, I didn't mean for the rest of us to suffer. That's triple shifts for you, Moghan. Triple? But that's not fair. There's no justice, Kupo. None at all. Let's just go.
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Hraesvelgar's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
Well, I mean, you can do it without the bedroom eyes, you know.
'Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike.
Oh, that sounds like Nidhogg.
Oh, gods.
I think that means he's ready.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade hath taken wing.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
Very well, then. Let's finally put an end to this farce of a war. It sells for more. An end to the song. Emmerich is desperate to fly to Ishgard's defense. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. But I didn't blow the horn. Why is it foggy all of a sudden? Know you, then, what this roar portendeth?
Aye. I must return to my city without delay.
Then we shall lend you our wings. Let us meet with Nidhogg on the field of battle, and together bring an end to his wrathful song. Alright. Alphino, you get the lovely lady. You get, Emmerich, you get the spiky dude, and I get the big boss. I'm gonna have to drink. So, fun fact, alcoholic beverages anymore make me just feel sleepy. I only had one bottle, and I felt like having a nap, so that's why I didn't start on time. Ah, this song. Oh! Oh, goodbye, guy. Oh, he's fighting valiantly, at least. Nice.
Remember your training! We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns.
Jeez.
We must hold.
Don't worry, we're almost there. You know, I think you could just let Lucia handle all this. She seems to be taking out the most enemies. Even the whiny pompous brat is doing pretty well. Up, goodbye. They just keep coming, man.
Reinforcements! By the Fury. That one is the size of Nidhogg.
Oh, that's not the Brad, it's Artwell. He's actually one of the good ones. I was giving praise to the wrong guy. It's the last time I do that for that brat. Don't worry, they're on our side.
Lord Commander!
Hi, I'm here too.
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Would you have it any other way? Hi, Estinien. Are you ready to wake up from the nightmare? Another cutscene. Wherefore standest thou with these vermins, brother? Abandon this war, shade. The suffering thou sowest serveth no end. The traitor's progeny have learned of their forefathers' betrayal and seek now to make amends with our kind. Never shall our grief be assuaged, nor our loss forgotten, but reconciliation may yet halt the spread of this plague of enmity. Forsake thy vengeance and be at peace. What soft-headed ramblings are these? Thy dalliance with that vile maid hath robbed thee of thy wits. Mayhap her cloying perfume hath made thee forget the stench of our brood sister's lifeblood. I really cannot read, can I? Hey, Nidhogg, there's no need for insults. Ah, so the flames of rage may yet be kindled. I feared thy heart's fire had long since gone out. But waste not thy fury on words, brother. Thou shalt have need of it for the battle. Well, I think I'll let you have this first round. Is it gonna back off? And let you, duke it out. Oh, that's a new trick. Ooh. That looks bad. Oh. Okay, that is bad. Thou art weak, Hraesvelgar. A slithering worm who fawneth on the vermin who should rightly be his prey. For 1,000 years have I fought without cease, and thou didst think to prevail against me. Glory not in thy victory, Shade. The battle is not yet won. My power and my hope I have entrusted to another. No, I. Hey, Nidhogg. Over here. Thanks for softening him up for me. Fool, thou wouldst trust a mortal with thy strength? Oh no, you could do worse. I know thee. 'Twas thou who didst intrude upon my lair at the best the half of me. But now I am whole, and naught in creation shall deny me my vengeance. The final steps of faith. The final trial of the Dragonsong War, and now I gotta go on ahead and wait in the queue while this keeps playing. Your life ends when I get over there. Oh, wow, I actually timed that super well. Alright, let's finish you off. You don't look tough. I bet I could take you by myself. Oh, there's my bunny of punishment. Oh God. Oh. Get ready to dodge stuff. Oh, hi. Oh, someone's dead. That's not good. Get him up. Thank you. There we go. Alright. Heal me up. Oh God, I almost got knocked off the edge. Oh! You turned yourself into a dragon furry. A scaly. Oh, get away from that. Get away from me! Oh god. I'm bleeding. Alright, it's getting a little more perilous. Up. Ow. Ooh. New Sky. And guy, another... That's the same healer that died. Oh. Get to him. Oh, get over here. And over here. There we are. Nice. Ah, zapped him to death. I finished the sucker off. I forgot how fun that fight is. Oh! Hi, Estinien. And I didn't get a chance to do any commendations. Alright. Oh! My face. Okay.
Estinien!
I guess this is one of those special cutscenes. Alphino, don't do what I think you're gonna do.
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg. Thou shalt die by my hand.
Seems like Estinien has second thoughts.
This is not your hand, worm.
Oh.
Thou wilt obey.
That's not good.
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me. Now, while I have the beast subdued!
Fight through the pain.
You waste your time. Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty!
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Oh. Hi, Ghost, if you sail. Oh, not you two. I'm hallucinating as well. Undone by mortal will. Whither now? And just like that. Oh good, he's still alive.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
I got more air than you.
He lives. Ah, Estinien, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
The Horde have sensed the fall of their master and scattered to the winds. Hey, you want your eye back?
You have my gratitude, Hraesvelgr. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Then our alliance hath served its purpose. Thou didst wield the power granted thee well. 'Twas thine own skill and not mine eye which earned thee victory. So you want it back, or you're just gonna be without an eye for the rest of your life? Also, I wish thy companion a swift recovery. Fare you well, children of man. How are you still able to fly? Does it just pop back on? I have some questions.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinien now than bear him home and wish him well. Even as Hraesvelgr did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
And this is gonna take a while to fix. It's not every day you see a giant pillar crash into the bridge and not have it collapse. Through the haze of pain, I swear I sensed... But no, the past is done and we must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone, his foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinien survives the ordeal. Don't worry, I saw something like that too. Your battle with Nidhogg's Shade will beget many an epic ballad, Throat, and rightfully so. I was without a doubt one of your more epochal victories. Though I must admit that I took greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. Yeah, I think I got my nose hair singed. And not only for your own sake, had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinien's mail. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia and beg news of his condition. Okay, you go that way, I'm just gonna go this way. Ethernet, pillars, Forgotten Night. Well, probably would have been faster if I just went on ahead and just ran over here. Throat, Master Alphino, my honored friends. As if winning Hraesvelgr to our cause were not enough, you took it upon yourselves to rid us of his brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. True saviors of this day were Throat and Estinien, one triumphant for Nidhogg's Shade through strength of arms, and the other through strength of will. And speaking of Estinien, what news of his recovery? The Aesir Dragoon was conveyed to the infirmary where he now resides under the care of our hospitaller captain. I am told he has yet to regain consciousness, but as you know, Estinien's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely, Sir Emmerich is never long from Estinien's bedside, and will send word the moment there are any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmund and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Throat. 'Twould seem we are awaited at Fortemps Manor. Yep, that's the best we can do, Alphino. They'll be sure to let us know. Welcome, Master Garrett. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes.
The heroes of the hour return.
Oh, never seen.
We but did our duty.
I haven't seen him in armor before.
It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
You did all you could, man.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you.
Thanks.
And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
Don't push your luck.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
I like him.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions.
You could say
have
that.
Chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, warrior of light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
You were able to pry that much from him, eh? Who am I to say a no from a request from a dear character in this game? Don't go into the Forgotten Night, go into the Knight's Most Holy place. I have to stand on the table to be able to look at you face to face. What can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphino. He came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at Estinien's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted from Hraesvelgar's trial and all that followed. Estinien is blessed to have such devoted comrades. Litany of Peace. The final quest in this, in 3.3, I believe. It's based on the rewards I'm getting. Socks are falling apart. My own friendship with Estinien began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Estinien barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so I might have remained had fate not seen to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind, revenge for the death of his parents and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alphino he sees something of his lost sibling. In the ungentle childings of Estinien, Alphino has found the older brother he never had. Truth be told, Estinien's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alphino's affection for him. He's a friend for whom I would gladly... Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. Is he... Tell him I'm on my way. Looks like he's awake. Quickly, Throat, we must go to him. Upon proceeding to the infirmary, several cutscene scenes will play in sequence. Well, looks like I am gonna be, Come on. There we go. I'll just let this play out.
Estinien!
I accidentally hit the wrong thing. Thought my mouse was still on the game. Oh, he's still breathing.
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinien. If Master Alphinaud thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Or both.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphinaud. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
It's what I do, apparently.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
I think Estinien would have done the same.
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest.
I think that's called fatigue, Estinien.
Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
Well, let's leave him alone then.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
I think Emmerich is not going to step down. He's going to remain the leader, isn't he?
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emmerich called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. 'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emmerich de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords.
There it is. Yep, he's still going to be leader for a while.
Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emmerich's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace.
And the little kids want to see the dragons
people
too.
Looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age.
Estinien. Oh, there I am. Apparently floating up just above the saddle.
Dragonsong rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
Yeah, seriously, I'm floating right in front of it. I'm not actually sitting on it. This is the curse of a Lalafell. From the Memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortemps, Heavensward. Got it just be... wanted the frame before that. I'll get that one at least. You left the helmet behind. Took the lance, though. So is this one... Do it for Gilly. I assume this goes to like a regular dungeon. I was gazing out at the sea of clouds in an all too rare moment of idleness when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending his way toward the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Throat. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought a respite from the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I'm burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. Am I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is this that places me at its pinnacle? An archbishop's bastard at the head of a house of lords. Quite a pickle indeed. But these questions are for me to answer. It is not man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience. And it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we reimagine Ishgard. One carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that it is not for us that we laid this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. I hear word from Captain Whitecape that Estinien has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend upon your travels, pray assure him that I will keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Throat, and please convey my warmest regards to Master Alphino. He felt well enough to go on ahead and go about his own path. What's this one? Okay, so this is for the Void Ark Alliance raids. I'm just gonna do this. Let me in. Ah, it's you two. You've saved the day again, Throat. Not that I ever doubted that you would. You spoke with Sir Emmerich. I do not envy him his new position. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with the detritus of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet, though her people may stumble from time to time, I know of none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Ashen machinations and a seemingly endless procession of primals. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned. You may now travel to a selection of distant locales from the landing in Ishgard. Oh. So I guess I can go to each of the city-states from here? Meanwhile, if you thought those eyes were gone forever, they're not. They only cast them into a seemingly bottomless pit, but there's actually a bottom to it. And this guy seems keen on collecting it. We still have those guys to deal with. Thank you, Blonhers. Nay, you need not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected, then. Aye, there's naught to concern us, aside from one overly curious mouse. This way. Oh, that's Alphino's sister. Alice. It is of no moment. They will play their part when we play ours. And thus did grey mists give way to azure skies. Man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song. But beneath shrouded boughs, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. Floor the Horde. Alright. And then this. So, that is everything for patch 3.3 concerning the main story. So YouTube, thank you for watching and take it easy. I'll see you later.